you have here, we talked about earlier today, the center cut pork loin and the primal pork loin. You have the primal pork loin, contrary to what I said earlier today. Okay? I thought we were going to have center cuts, we got primals. Good for you. Good for you because it's a lot more experience for you. It's going to take you a lot longer. That's why we're just going to work right through it today. We're not going to take a break. We're going to keep working because what you're going to get out of this is far more valuable than you going outside and smoking a cigarette for 15 minutes. Okay? All right. Kevin?
Okay. So, the reason that this is a primal and not a center cut is why? It's got the end of the rib section, and it's also got the sirloin attached. Exactly right. We're going to start this by doing one thing, taking off this tenderloin right here, okay? To take off the tenderloin, you'll see we have this chine bone that comes over here. Let's go over these bones for this section as well. Chine bone, feather bone, rib bone, and then underneath this tenderloin here is where we're going to find the finger bone, okay? So feather, finger, chine, rib. Those are the 4 bones in your pork loin primal, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to follow the contour in and out, all right, of that little chine bone there. I'm going to then come back in, okay, and you'll see this chine bone, after you cut down in, it juts back in, like what you see right here. So you got to cut down and then in for full yield. You'll also see on this end down here, you have this little round oval bone to kind of get around as well, okay? So what you're going to see me do, start right there. And I'm going to see that little seam right there? That's where I'm going to start coming through. Notice my motion. It's a scoop. There's these bones right here. I'm following those bones and then scooping through where the seam is. You can see it pretty much just wants to peel out. Okay? So there's our full tenderloin, including the tenderloin butt, which if this was the center cut, the tenderloin butt would not be included. Okay? So now we have a more complete pork tenderloin. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to go this far. When you bring it up to me, what we're going to do together is we're going to saw off the 2 ends, okay? And we're going to make center cut pork loins, okay? So I'm going to essentially come in about this far, take off that whole sirloin area. To do that backward saw first to get yourself in motion. Notice where my first finger is. Why is my first finger there?
Guiding it.
So it doesn't. Okay, it kind of ruins my weekend. Got a lot of drinking to do. What's that? It was a little bit of like. Yep.
The technical term.
It is a technical term.
Okay.
Now I'm only going to cut through the bone with this saw. All right, this is not a knife. This will rip apart any of that and ruin, essentially, the meat. So I'm going to cut through just the bone. I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3 ribs. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Come on. Come on. Okay. Then you guys can use my knife to get all the way through the rest. Okay. So now we have a center cut pork loin. All right. What I'm going to ask you to do is go back to your station, take off this tenderloin. Once your tenderloin has been removed from your pork loin primal, bring your pork loin primal to me. We will saw off the ends together. Once everybody has done that, we will move on to the next preparation. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Go for it.